Welcome to the Manifesting Formula. I'm Christine Rizzo. Today's episode is an introduction of my interview with my good friend, Sunny, the life coach. When she interviewed me, she asked the questions that most people have about manifesting and how it works. So keep on listening, my friends, to find out exactly what those answers are. My beautiful friends, how are you all? I have a very special episode for you. I am excited to share with you an introduction to the second interview with my good friend, Sunny. I want to invite you to go to her podcast called What Lights You Up to listen to the first and the rest of the second interviews, episode 53 and 54. There is so much information that you will want to take in and to take notes. So don't forget those journals of yours. I couldn't add the full interview since I don't like to record long episodes. Plus, I wasn't the one interviewing. Sunny was. So it's not my podcast. Anyway, I will leave all of her information in the show notes so you can listen to the rest and maybe a few other of her episodes. You are going to love her. I am telling you. She is super cool and knows her shit. But before we get into the interview, I want to come from a place of gratitude so we can feel good, feel the love, and feel the energy. So, what are you all thankful for today? Think about it and feel the love. Today, I'm thankful for the beautiful day that I shared with my husband this past Saturday, kayaking on the lake. We had so much fun being with nature and surrounded by such beauty. I loved it. Okay, let's get into this week's episode. My interview with Sunny, the life coach. Here we go.
Welcome back, Christine Rizzo.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Me too. We're going to do a round two because we just didn't get to everything that we wanted to cover last time. And I want to clarify that these two episodes combined even aren't intended to cover A to Z of all things manifesting. It's just there's so much to it. That's why you coach on it. That's why you have an entire practice surrounding this concept. So it's not like we're trying to teach everything, but there are just so many highlights that we can touch on and so many things that I wanted to get to the last time that we weren't able to. So this is part two. And for our listeners' awareness, as you know, I've been building up this interview with Christine for a little bit because we actually recorded the first part several weeks ago. And now we are here for the second round of this topic. And in between that time, Christine did a thing. You did a thing.
Yes,
What did you do? Tell us.
I did. I started my own podcast called The Manifesting Formula. And very, very exciting. So it's all tips and secrets to really learning how to manifest. And we start from the way beginning. So it is kind of for beginners, though if you are familiar with manifesting, you can listen to it as well. It's not like you can't, because there's always so much to learn from manifesting. But we start from the way beginning. And I'm on episode 3. Mm-hmm. The fourth one will be coming out next week, of course. And yeah, it's so exciting. It's like I never realized how much I would love creating this content for others.
Isn't it great?
It's so good, Rachel. It's so good. I love it. I'm like addicted.
I know. It is so fun. So I'm so glad that you're doing that because, you know, you have so much to say and so many messages to share that doing it in just little, like I say, bite-sized chunks every week is so good. I definitely highly recommend Christine's podcast. I will link up to that in the show notes for sure. It is fantastic. Um, let's talk about emotions a little bit more, because for those in the audience who listen to other podcasts by other life coaches, we tend to talk a lot about feeling your emotions and about how you need to feel all of them, including the negative emotions. And I know we touched on that last time, but can we go a little deeper about how you mean feel it and then let go?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So as coaches, we do tell our clients that they need to feel their emotions, which is very true. You want to feel what your emotion feels like, because once you feel it and it goes through you and you realize, okay, it wasn't so bad. It's more about, when it comes to manifesting, not to stay in it. So when you understand when something is happening in your life, that you start to feel an emotion and you already know what that feels like, you don't have to stay in it, knowing, okay, I'm going to feel a discomfort, and that's okay. It all depends on what you're going through, if you want to stay in it or not. If there's a death, of course, you want to mourn. You want to feel, the sadness. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just learning to not stay in it for a long period of time, because when we do, that's when the universe is only bringing back to you more situations, circumstances, events, people that are on that same level of what you're emitting out. So that's on that same energy that you're emitting out, because that's all the universe can bring you, is whatever you're thinking about and whatever you're feeling. And when you're really feeling an emotion, that's when the manifesting comes to you quicker.
Mm-hmm. So, two things from that response that, that come to mind for me are our thoughts, right? If we don't want to stay in an emotion for too long, however, there are certain circumstances such as grief and mourning the death of a loved one and that kind of thing that, of course, we understand is going to take time. But for other emotions that are quote unquote negative in nature and they don't feel good to feel, um, there are two things. One of them is that we keep replaying the same thoughts that are creating those negative emotions over and over. Like we stay stuck. We stay stuck there. That's one thing that I'm thinking. And the second thing is that you said we're scared. And last time you mentioned we're scared to feel the negative emotions. And last time you mentioned that fear is the lowest vibe emotion we can possibly have, right?
Yes. Yes.
So if we fear feeling something like, I don't know, disappointment, then that's actually a greater impact than feeling into the disappointment,
Yes, yes, it's better
right?
to feel the disappointment, like you're saying,
Mm-hmm,
than to fear the disappointment,
mm-hmm.
because the disappointment is not going to give you what fear would give you,
Right.
right? Because it is the lowest vibration. And when we're in fear, we are out of alignment
Mm,
with our true self and with our creator, which is that of love. Because fear is the opposite of love.
mm-hmm,
So when you're in fear, that is a signal from the universe, from your creator, from your higher self,
mm-hmm,
as it's all one,
mm-hmm,
to pay attention and to realize this doesn't feel good. I'm not in alignment with my true self. I need to come out of this, because I'm only going to bring more situations and more things to fear
mm-hmm.
into my life.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like once you open that door for fear to come in, then you start applying it to even more and more.
Yeah. And when we're fearing, we're not trusting. So
Mm-hmm,
that's when you fear, you don't trust, that you don't believe, you don't trust in your creator that everything is going to be okay. That's where fear comes from. You're out of control, right? Your thoughts are out of control. You're fearing and you're not trusting that the universe is going to take care of you, or that God's going to take care of you,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is that you believe,
Mm-hmm.
right? But it's it's about learning to trust that you're always going to get taken care of, that the universe always has your back, right?
Mm-hmm.
That God is always going to take care of you. That
Yeah. So is this all, again, just for my own refresher too? Is this all part of the law of allowing? Is that where that trust comes in, that you allow those emotions? You allow others to be who they are and say what they do. You allow and you trust.
yes, it's learning to allow, learning to allow the universe to take care of you, for God to take care of you, learning to allow others to be and do and act and behave however they choose to, because it's not your business,
Mm-hmm.
and allowing the emotions. It's all right. Allowing, remember that rock I gave you, I painted for you? What
Yes.
was the word on that rock?
Allow.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all about allowing. And
Mm-hmm.
that is the hardest law to actually be able to do.
Yeah. Because allowing other people to be who they are and say what they say. Ooh, that's a tough one,
Oh,
because
I'm right there.
I have some expectations for how other people should behave,
Mm-hmm.
and how they should show up for me,
Yes.
right? Because if they show up for me in a certain way, then that means that I am loved, right?
Yes. Yes.
That's the way we
Mm-hmm.
think about it. That's the way our human brains think about things, is that we are loved or we are cared for, based on the way that other people show us. They have to show us.
Well, that's because of why. That's because really that's how you are toward others, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we expect others to behave a certain way towards us, or we want them to, because that's how we would behave toward them. But
Mm-hmm.
in reality, that's actually not how life works. And that is why we keep getting upset and our expectations are never fulfilled, because people are who they are and they're not like us. And
Mm-hmm.
it's learning to accept that others are not like us. They're their own people and they're going to behave and act however they choose to, because they can.
Yeah, because they can and because they will.
That's
You know,
right.
we can't, I appreciate you saying that they're not like us, meaning, get out of your own head and your own thoughts and stop thinking or projecting that you can, like, manipulate, for lack of a better word,
That is
what other
exactly.
what other people might think,
Yes.
you
Yes.
know?
And I always tell my clients there's no right or wrong.
Right.
There just is. What one person does not mean that that's wrong. It may not be right for you, but it's not wrong. It's not wrong for them. It's right for them.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
And what we do doesn't mean that it's right for them. It might be right for us. It's not our business what other people do.
Mhm.
Our only business is our own. And so many people are in other people's heads,
Yes.
wanting
Yes.
to control them. I do that a lot with my husband.
Yeah. Yeah. Husbands are good for that. I
I
mean,
know.
yeah, that's what we do. We
Mhm.
do it to those that are closest to us anyway. We create those expectations and we try to get up in their brains
And we
and
never
their minds.
win.
No.
It's like, and also too, we're not letting those people be authentic to who they are.
Right.
Could you imagine
Mm.
like someone telling you like you can't behave this way, or what you're doing is wrong, or what it would be like, excuse me, don't tell me what to do. Like, but we do it all the time.
I know.
I
Isn't
know.
it crazy? Just, kind of turn that around. So how do you turn that around? How do you start to come to that place of allowing? Is there some kind of sentence that you say in the beginning when you're first trying to get the hang of letting go of trying to control what other people think or do or say?
It's constantly reminding yourself to let go of trying to control others,
Mhm.
So um, it's not easy. I mean, we know that. This is why the third law, the law of allowing, is the most difficult, and why we wind up never being able to get there. It's a constant lesson, a
Yeah.
learning lesson. Some people have been able to accomplish that, like, Jesus, Gandhi,
Mhm.
Mother Teresa. Like there's
Buddha.
some, yeah, Buddha,
Yeah.
exactly. So those are the, prophets that were able to fully allow. It's practice. It's constant practice.
Yeah.
And it's letting go of ego.
Ooh, ego. How about the law of deliberate creation? I think you touched on that the last time we talked. And I feel like that could use a little more expansion. And it's along the lines of you can't just think your your desires into existence. For example, and I think we talked about your book at the time. Writing your book, you had to do things. You couldn't just like think about, I'm going to have a best-selling book, I'm going to be an author. You had to actually take some steps to do that. But I want to go a little further with that today, in that, maybe going further into how we need to do, and having an awareness that there is a balance between being and doing, and yet not getting hung up on the how. Because a lot
Hmm.
of times we don't do anything because we don't yet know how to do it.
Hmm.
And you said that when we ask how, we are not trusting. So,
Correct.
can you help me understand that just a little bit better, or help us?
Yeah. So before we go into the law of deliberate creation, I do want to add that the first law, which is the law of attraction, is the most important law.
Hmm.
And if you cannot understand that law, you cannot move further
Okay.
into the law of deliberate creation or the law of allowing. So you have to truly understand how the law of attraction works,
Okay.
which we already know is through our thoughts. And it's really learning and understanding and believing that your thoughts are creating what you are bringing into your life. So that's why it's super important to understand that, because the law of deliberate creation is then knowing that you're able to manipulate your thoughts to then attract what you're wanting.
Hmm.
Friends, there's a lot to learn and take in from this interview. I'm not one to go over 20 minutes per episode, and that is exactly why I broke it into, as Sunny would say, a few bite sized chunks. So keep on listening.
Uh, Even though there's no right or wrong, it feels so wrong. Like
But
we
it
have.
feels wrong. Why does it feel wrong? Because we were taught that.
Exactly. I know. Yeah. From school, it's like,
Yes.
you fail, fail, fail. I know. We've been taught, we've been conditioned. We've been
Yes, so that's just a
conditioned.
belief, right?
Yes.
That we can learn to let go, because it's just a sentence. A belief
Hmm.
is just a sentence told to
Hmm.
us over and over again. You
Hmm.
know that.
Hmm.
And we don't have to believe that. So here's the thing, and I tell my clients this all the time, and I know you do as well. If you have a belief or a thought that is not from love, it's a fucking lie,
Yeah. Right.
right?
Right.
And so if you believe that failure, just the word failure, is not a good word,
Hmm.
right? Just like people think the word fuck is bad. I mean,
Yeah. I don't know who those people
really,
are. I don't understand.
it's just a sentence enhancer. I mean, it shows like it,
True.
yeah, it just gives you, you're enhancing that word, that next word, that sentence or whatever, to show that passion. I love that word.
I do
I
too.
like say it all the time.
It's such a versatile word. A failure is simply a plan that didn't work out exactly the way that you thought it would.
Right. Yes.
That's
It's
all it
just like you
is.
said, a roadblock. So,
Hmm.
or, right, it's a detour, it's a roadblock, which happens to be a lesson as well.
Yeah.
Every time there's a block in, right, the road, or, in when it comes to your life, and
Hmm.
it's taking you on a detour of where you thought you were going,
Yes.
that's really just a lesson to learn from. They're
Hmm.
all lessons. Our whole entire life is filled with lessons.
That's the part that I love. That is the part that I love, is that living this life with a learning mind. Oh, that feels like I'm alive.
Yes. And when something happens, you always question, or you can, what can I learn from that?
Mhm,
What just happened that I need to learn? What is the lesson I need to take in here? So we
mhm,
don't keep repeating them, because
mhm.
we keep repeating the same lessons when we don't learn from them. So you want to try to learn from, those lessons that are happening in your life so you can move forward to the next lesson.
Love it. I love it.
My friends, you cannot stop there. You need to listen to the rest because it gets even better. Remember to click the link in the show notes to take you to Sunny's podcast, where you can access both interviews. Plus, you'll also be able to check out some of her other amazing episodes. Thank you all so much, my friends, for listening to the Manifesting Formula. I will be back next week with Getting Clear on Universal Lingo. Have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Sending you all so much love and abundance. And if no one has told you today, I love you. My friends, if you are interested in coaching with me one-on-one, where we will meet weekly for private sessions, I would love to work with you so you can start manifesting everything that you have ever wanted. In my 6-month coaching program, where we will work closely together, clearing the blocks that are holding you back from manifesting everything that you have ever wanted, I will teach you lifetime tools that you'll be able to use every day in your life. We will meet weekly for 60 minutes through Google Meets, where we will go deeper into manifesting. You will also get access to me in between our sessions through either email, text, Marco Polo, or WhatsApp for when you have questions or if you're going through something that you have trouble figuring out. I will be right there with you. I will also record a weekly video for you on the topic that was spoken about during our session, so you can go back anytime to remind yourself what we went over. You will get super fun assignments that will help to keep you accountable for reaching your goals. You will also get a copy of my book, Unleash Your Inner Goddess, Start Living the Life You Deserve, as well as weekly affirmations sent to you that pertain to your sessions. My friends, this is what it's all about, learning to become a master at manifesting. So, if you're interested in going deeper into manifesting and working with me one-on-one, sign up for a 30-minute consult in the show notes. Or you can go to my website at www.christinerizzo.com and sign up for your 30-minute consult. Just click the link in the show notes. It's as simple as that. I look forward to meeting you and helping you create the life you deserve.